I'm at the point now where I'm loosely considering to stop scrolling the news media. Last year, 2025, I had a sabbatical. I didn't scroll a single news website, and I'm so happy I didn't. And it actually took me a whole day of 2026 before I started to scroll the news media again. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's just garbage, whatever it is. It's just negative stuff. It's just gossiping, outright lies, gaslighting, writing about celebrities, some OnlyFans hoe, some boring ass sports team result, whatever it is. Wars, crises, etc., etc. It's all negative stuff. It's all designed to make you scared and angry and worked up so that you will get more prone to the solutions that the nice media is presenting you with. That's it. That's their agenda. Now, anyway, so I was scrolling whatever for any reason just to see what was up. But by the way, I should say this also. When I'm scrolling the news media, I'm just scrolling fast to see if there's anything that grabs my mind. And usually there isn't, because it's just the same thing. If there is anything major, then people will let me know. So I spend about maybe 10 minutes a day at the most scrolling the news media, really. Anyway, yeah, so I'm scrolling the news media, or I'm scrolling this stupid ass newspaper site. And I approach an article, or I stop at an article that's behind a paywall, so I can't read the article, and because I'm not paying for the crap that they're writing about. But the headline writes, "This is how often you should masturbate." What the hell is that crap? How the fuck are you qualified to tell me how often I'm supposed to masturbate, to wank off? First and foremost, you should get laid and bang your wife and produce more kids. That's number one. If you don't have a girlfriend, because this is addressed to men, obviously. If you don't have a girlfriend, then go get a girlfriend and bang her instead, so you don't have to worry about wanking off. That's number one. Number two, why are you writing about these sort of intimate things that you're not supposed to speak of because they're indecent in the public eye? First, you're writing about the war in Iran, and then increased gas and oil prices, and the war in Russia, and somebody got killed. Then some celebrity said something, then sports, and then this crap. This reminds me actually of a photo that I saw. I'll never forget this photo, by the way. By the way, it's not a photo. It's a picture, or it is a painting. It's from the old Roman Empire, towards the end times of the Roman Empire. Supposedly, from what I know, during the end times of the Roman Empire, the leadership, the state leaders, the politicians, and also the people were obsessed with homosexuality, gender bending, or whatever it's called, being trans, being queer, all that kind of crap. And they lived this lavish lifestyle. They didn't care about maintaining the empire. They didn't care about preparing for outside threats, because outside there were tribes, and in distant lands, leaders were plotting against the Roman Empire to overthrow the leadership. And so basically, the whole empire started to rot from inside. Well, guess what? That's exactly what's happening in the Western world today. And this headline, this article just emphasizes everything that's wrong about the Western world today. Why in the world are you preoccupied with my wanking off habits? Seriously, just think about it, how dumb it is. Anyway, so this picture, this painting that I'm alluding to, is of, I think they're Roman senators. They're gathered around the table and they're eating dinner. They're eating a lot, by the way. There's a lot of plates. There's a lot of food on the table. It's like stacked. It's like a pile of food. But they're not sitting around the table. They're laying around the table. They're like laid in these divans or sofas or these things between a chair and a bed. They can't even sit up straight and eat. That's how lazy they are. They're all obese. They're all lazy, obviously. And all they do is eat. And that just emphasizes the gross lifestyle that the news media and the politicians are promoting instead of thinking about the outside threats. I mean, there are countries at war. People are dying in ditches. And we're supposed to preoccupy ourselves with how often we're masturbating? It doesn't make any sense. It's just dumb. That's why you can't trust the news media. And that's really how you get a, excuse me, that's really how you get a sort of like a slight notion that we're might approaching the end of all times. Really. We shall see. Anyway, quit wasting your time with reading both social media and the news media. Actually, go sell something instead. If you want to learn more about if you want to learn more about persuasion and sales, then get subscribed to my email list. The link to do so is in the episode description wherever you're watching and or listening to this, and I'll see you there.